Everyone, welcome back to episode 14. Taehyung, mom, I need to ask you for a favor. I will explain everything, just please do this for me just once. He said, resting his forehead on her chest. Taehyung's mother she hugged him tightly, feeling the pain radiating from him. She nodded, gently caressing his back. Of course, tell me everything okay, she said, softly forcing a smile. Thank yes, mom, he whispered, tears slowly rolling down his cheeks. Thanks, mother. She pulled back slightly, holding his face in her hands. What do you need me to do? She asked, her voice filled with concern. Taehyung, mom, please tell them I'm not here, I'm begging you, he cried, his voice breaking. His mother could see the deep pain in his eyes as he pleaded with her. Taehyung's mother. She sighed, glancing towards the door. She was confused. Jungkook has been so kind and with their family. Without his help, her daughter might not have survived. He had even gone out of his way to bring gifts and support them. But the look on Taehyung's face was different, heartbroken, desperate as a mother. She Taehyung nodded silently, retreating to his room, locking the door behind him. His mother took a deep breath, clutching on a smile as she opened the door. Thanks, mother. Hello. Oh, hello, Mr. Jian. And she greeted, her voice warm but strained. Minji. Young Minji, ma'am. Minji introduced herself with a polite smile. Thanks, mother. Good evening. What brings you here? She asked, her tone polite but guarded. Minji, we were just wondering if Taehyung is here. She asked, glancing at Jungkook, who stood stiffly beside her, his head forward and his fist clenched. Taehyung's mother, she frozen surprise, lowering her mouth and covering her mouth and her hand. Oh, I haven't seen him yet, she lied, her voice steady despite. Minji, is that so? Minji looked taken aback, glancing at Jungkook, who remained silent, his jaw tight. Minji, she turned back to Taehyung's mother and bowed slightly. Thank you for your time. We will come back another day, she said, tapping Jungkook's shoulder gently. Jungkook didn't move at first. His feet rooted to the ground. Minji, Jungkook, she called up softly, trying to get his attention. Let's go. Maybe he is at hospital or your place, she whispered, tugging on his wrist. Jungkook finally relaxed his face and turned away. Minji, she seemed awkwardly at Taehyung's mother. We will visit again, Mrs. Kim, she said, bowing once more before leading Jungkook's away. Taehyung's mother, she waved and smiled, thought her heart felt very heavy. Please come back. Do come back, she said, closing the door behind them. Once they gone, she leaned against the door, sighed deeply. What's happening to him? She wondered, making her way to the Taehyung's room. She knocked gently and Taehyung opened the door immediately. His face avoided her gaze, his hands trembling. Taehyung, the job, my boss and his wife, the ones you saw earlier, he began, his voice shaky. Taehyung's mother, is that his wife? But her name wasn't Jian. She shook his look familiar. She commanded, trying to piece things together. Thanks, she is an actress, mom, he explained quietly. Thanks, mother. Ah, that's why, he murmured, nodding. He took a deep breath, his voice barely above a whisper. My job, I was supposed to be a surrogate mother. His mother's eyes widened in shock. Thanks, mother. Why didn't you tell me earlier? I knew the pay was too good to be true. I should have stopped you, she exclaimed, her voice rising with worry. Taehyung, Mom, please calm down, he said softly, his voice trembling. Taehyung's mother, she took a deep breath, trying to steady herself. Then what happened? She asked, her tone gentle now. Taehyung, I accepted it because we needed the money for John's operation. They treated me well, Mom. It wasn't in any. Thanks, Mother. She frowned, her brows frowned. Then, why were you so upset earlier? She asked, her motherly instincts kicking in. His tears began to fall again as he struggled to speak because I did something unforgivable. Mom, I fell in love with my boss, he confessed, his voice barely audible. His mother's eyes softened and she pulled him into a hug, tightly stroking his back. Thanks, mother, let it out, son, I'm here. She whispered, her voice soothing. He clung to her, his tears soaking her. I misunderstood his kindness as I thought he felt the same way, but he is married, Mom. I was so stupid to let my feelings take over. He sobbed, his voice filled with regret. Thanks, Mother. She held him tight, her heart breaking for him. You did the right thing by walking away, she said softly. You protected their family, and that's what mattered. Then he pulled back slightly, and hands clasped tightly together. I left the baby at the hospital. I just wanted them to be happy, he said, tears streaming. Taehyung, he managed a smile, his heart feeling a little lighter. Thank you, Mom. I will do my best to forget everything and start over, he said, hugging her again. Taehyung's mother, she pinched his cheek gently, trying to lighten the mood. Next time, tell me before you rush into things, okay? If I had known, I would have stopped you, she scolded lightly. Taehyung, he clenched softly. I will, Mom, I promise. Thanks, mother. She ruffled his hair and smiled. Now let's go downstairs and eat. You need to regain your strength, she said, pulling him towards the door. Taehyung, he hesitated for a moment. Mom, I have decided to go back to university tomorrow and look for a part-time job, he said, his voice filled with determination. Thanks, mother. She looked at him worriedly. Are you sure you are ready? You just went through so much, she said, her voice concern evident. Taehyung, he smiled reassuringly. I will find something that doesn't require too much physical effort. I will be fine, Mom, he said, his voice steady. Thanks, Mom. She nodded, though her worry didn't completely fade. Just promise me you will take care of yourself, she said, squeezing his hand. Taehyung, I promise, he said, smiling at her. They walked on a stair together. They felt a glimmer of hope. The pain was still there, but with his mother by his side, he knew he could face whatever came next. Time escaped Jimin. Yo, bro, how was last night? Jimin asked Minho as they walked down the hallway. They were 10 minutes earlier before their first class started. Minho, what about last night? Minho replied innocently, raising an eyebrow. Jimin glared at him and nudging him in his side. You think I wouldn't know that you are dating Bonji from the performing arts department? He exclaimed loudly, drawing a few glances from passing students. Jimin pushed his hand away and glared at him. You rascal. If her friend hasn't told you, I wouldn't have known, he said, clicking his tongue in annoyance. Minho, sorry, okay. I was going to tell you, but I didn't get the chance, Minho said, scratching the back of his head. By the way, how did you even get her French contract? Don't tell me you are making a move on her, he teased, smirking. Jimin clenched awkwardly and looked away, his cheeks turning slightly pink. No, I am just finally reached their classroom door. As they entered, someone catch their attention. They both looked at each other and grinned widely before rushing towards the person. Jimin and Minho came Taehyung. They both started drawing the attention of everyone in the room. Taehyung's eyes widened in surprise as he turned his face to see them running towards him. Jimin and Minho, they both hugged him tightly. We missed you, bro, they exclaimed. Yeah, I missed you too, but can you guys sit down? Everyone is staring at us. Taehyung whispered, his cheeks turning red from embarrassment. Jimin, oh, right, Jimin said, letting go and sitting down in the chair beside him. Minho sat on the other side. Jimin, so how was your job? Jimin asked, excitedly leaning forward. Taehyung, oh, nothing much really, Taehyung replied, trying to keep his tone casual. He couldn't exclaimed exactly tell. With them, he has been a surrogate for the past 9 months. Jimin, oh, you are so boring, Jimin said. Taehyung clenched. Well, I did really do anything special. It was just a normal job, he said. The question, Jimin, at least he is back with us now, Mano said, grinning. Jimin, oh, right, now that you are back, let's celebrate. Jimin giggled, clapping his hands. Taehyung laughed and at their enthusiasm. Jimin, don't tell me you are going to decline again. You are no fun, man. Jimin saw crossing his arms. No, right now that you are back in school, we are going with us. You are going coming with us. Minho added. Taehyung, you will buy me food. Taehyung added jokingly. Jimin and Minho, of course, anything for you, our bro. They both exclaimed. Taehyung laughed. I was just kidding, but since you offered, I will take you up on that. Minho, well, that's decided then, Minho said, and help me find another part-time job after we eat. He added. Jimin, of course. Jimin winked at him just then. After their first class ended, the three friends stood up and gathered their things. As they walked down the hallway, they overheard some student whispering, girl on the president of Zion Industry is here, one girl whispered to her friend. Taehyung froze when he heard the name. Did I hear that right? He thought, his heart skipping a beat. Jimin, what's matter, him? Jimin asked, noticing Taehyung had stopped walking. Oh, I just got distracted. Taehyung clenched nervously, scratching the back of his head. Jimin, come on, let's take a break. I'm starving. Jimin exclaimed, clenching his stomach dramatically. Minho, you are always hungry, you moron. Minho laughed, shaking his head. Then forced a laugh and pushed the thought aside, following his friends to the cafeteria. At cafeteria, they sat down at the table and went to grab their food. Forced a laugh and pushed the thoughts aside, following his friends to the cafeteria. At cafeteria, they sat down at the table and went to grab their food. As they ate, they overheard some whispers from the nearby table. Girl to president. Three really is that the handsome husband of actress Minji or in the other Jian? Another girl asked. Taehyung couldn't help but listen, his heart pounding. Why is this happening? He thought. Internally, girl two is it's the husband of Minji. I saw them once. They are so cute together. The first girl screamed. Taehyung clutches his fork tightly, forcing a smile. It still hurt. He thought bitterly. Girl three, you are right. Sadly, they still don't have a child. I wonder why they do have a child. Through a surrogacy thing thought, but he couldn't say it out loud. Girl 2. Anyways, why do you think he came to our university? Girl 3. Maybe something important. I heard from the registrar office that he has been calling about a certain student every week. Don't know who is it though. Girl 2. Maybe a scholarship student. He is rich. It's natural for him to donate money to those in need. Girl 3, you got a point. Maybe that's why he is here. Girl 2, let's finish eating and try to catch a glimpse of him before our next class. Then girls quickly finish this. Minho called, waving a hand in front of Thang's face. Jimin, hey, Earth Tooth, hai? Jimin shouted, snapping Taehyung out of his daze. Taehyung, oh, yeah. What's up? Taehyung asked, trying to act normal. Minho, you snap out again. You stop it eating, Minho pointed out. Taehyung looked down at his half-eaten food. Yeah, sorry, he clenched awkwardly, scratching his head. Minho, finish up so we can head it to our next class earlier, Minho said. Already done with his meal. Yeah, Taehyung replied, forcing a smile himself to eat. Is he here? Taehyung thought, his mind racing. Is he here to find me? He shook his head, trying to push the thought away. Taehyung, I shouldn't get ahead of myself. Maybe he is just here for business. He tried to convince himself, but his heart was pounding and he couldn't shake the feeling of panic. What if he really here for me? Taehyung, I need to be careful, he thought, quickly finishing his food. Jimin, and Minho stared at him. Wide eyes. You okay, bro? Jimin asked, concerned. What? Yeah, I'm fine. Taehyung said, forcing a smile. Minho, it's just usual for you to eat so fast, Minho remarked, raising an eyebrow. Jimin, right. Anyways, let's head to our next class, Jimin said, standing up and grabbing his bag. Minho, yeah, let's go, Minho agreed. Taehyung followed them, his heart still racing. The thought of Jungkook being at the school made him nervous. He didn't want to see him, not now, not ever. Taehyung, I needed to avoid him at all costs. Taehyung thought, biting his lips as they walked to their next class. To be continued. So how was it? Comment it down. Also, in the next episode, Jungkook is going to try hard to find Taehyung, and maybe he is about to get Taehyung, but if he will get to know that Taehyung is here or not, it will going to come out in the episode day after tomorrow. So I hope you will enjoy it, and thanks a lot for your love and support. Keep reading and send your thoughts about this to me, because I love reading your thoughts and your comments. Bye bye. But I love you. Take care of yourself.